Good guys, it's Techno, and today we are back with our NBA Season 10, yeah I know right, Season 10, draft analysis. Now, I don't usually upload non-upload required leagues, however, I felt like now that I'm going to be in a couple more upload required leagues, I should probably just start doing it now. So yeah, we're going to upload our NBA Season 10 battles. Now, NBA was our first ever draft league. We did win it the first time, which was pretty incredible for me. But now we gotta take back the throne. It's been 5 seasons. It's been a little bit too long, and now we gotta show them just what we got. So the first Pokemon that we're gonna be picking this season is Clefable. Now Clefable is just overall such a monster of a Pokemon. Such great defensive stats. Even though it doesn't look great on paper, it's just overall really really hard to break. The Fairy type, of course, is what makes it the mon it is, as well as its abilities Magic Guard and Unaware. Those two abilities together, they just make it so powerful. Not to mention just its insane move pool, Moonblast, Fire Blast, like all those other different moves that it gets, as well as so many great support moves such as Stealth Rocks, Calm Mind. If it wants to be a sweeper, it can run Wish. Any Heal Bell, Aromatherapy, whatever it wants to run. That's just the type of Pokemon Clefable is. Really annoying, really hard to break. And especially in Draft League format, when you can make your Clefable whatever you want to make it, it's just really solid to run. Really solid to have. Really excited to have this Pokemon. So, the next Pokemon that we're going to be picking for our team is going to be the Ferrothorn. So, Ferrothorn, it does go very well with Clefable because it does resist both of Clefable's weaknesses, as well as the fact that Clefable can wish it back up, since it doesn't have no reliable recovery. However, Ferrothorn as a Pokemon in itself is also very good. It's a really nice defensive Pokemon. People knock it because of that fire weakness, but it's not too important. Mainly because you can always just build around it. You can always expect when a fire move is going to come out, and it'll all be okay. Ferrothorn moves like Stealth Rocks, Thunder Wave, Leech Seed, Knock Off, so many great support moves. This thing also has pretty good offensive stats, so it can be like a surprise offensive Pokemon with moves like Curse or Sword Stance or whatever you want to run on it. But yeah, Ferrothorn, overall just very solid Pokemon. Really excited to have it with Clefable. I feel like they're going to be doing very well together. So, next Pokemon we have on our team is going to be the Circuitry. Now, the Circuitry is my first Z Captain of the team. The reason I picked this thing as my Z Captain is because moves like Gigavolt Havoc after Tail Glow from 173 base special attack Circuitry, there is very little that will come in and take an Energy Ball or that Gigavolt Havoc. So Circuitry is overall just such a great offensive Pokemon. Although it is very slow, with only, I believe, base 83 speed, it does have that 173 base special attack, which means that it's just going to be able to nuke so many things so hard. Yeah, there's literally, there's just so little that comes in on it, and everything that does come in on it, you guys are going to see, I do complement well with the rest of my team in terms of being able to break those Pokemon. So, that's Circuitry, just overall great Pokemon. Beast Boost makes it even better because you get the Tail Glow boost every time. Not Tail Glow, you get the special attack boost every time. I'm pretty sure that's the only stat you can actually get with Circuitry. But yeah, that's Circuitry. Really solid. So excited to use this thing. Next Pokemon we have is going to be Crobat. Now, I've used Crobat a lot lately, and that's mainly because I feel like Crobat is one of just the best Pokemon, especially in the UU tier. Super fast, 394 max speed, base 130, as well as great offensive moves like Brave Bird U-turn. Not bad, pretty okay attack stat with 90, base 90 attack stat, but it also has moves like Roost, Defog, U-turn, and Super Fang Taunt. It's pretty bulky too. It walls some very key threats with that Poison Flying typing. It's also a ground immunity for my team, which I don't really have yet. So, yeah, Crobat, I thought it just fit really well with my team. I feel like it fits well with a lot of different teams, which is why I've drafted it so much recently. I feel like it's not underrated, but people don't use it as much as it should be used because it's definitely a top tier threat in most teams. So yeah, that is going to be our Crobat pick. So Next Pokemon we picked is another Great Wall. We have Umbreon, and Umbreon and Clefable. I'm really sadistically excited to use that core. So Umbreon is going to, like, it's another great support Pokemon. Foul Play, Baton Pass, Wish, Heal Bell, all those different moves, as well as the Dark typing. And this thing is actually like a better wall than Clefable is, but Clefable does a lot of other things better as well, which, you know, sets them apart, obviously. And yeah, I feel like Umbreon can do a lot for my team, and I'm super excited to have this Pokemon. I used it in Season 6. It did immense amount of works. Of course, the only reason, like, I feel like we didn't do as well in the playoffs as we could is because we faced a Mega Medicham round 1, and I think we brought the Umbreon, I'm not sure, but yeah, that was a big mistake. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, Umbreon making its comeback, and I'm excited to see how it does this season. So the next Pokemon we decided to draft was the big boy Mega Garchomp. Now, Mega Garchomp is obviously, you know, it's obviously always seen as inferior to regular Garchomp, because regular Garchomp does have that higher base speed. However, Mega Garchomp has some other really good stats. I'm actually gonna put up on my phone right now. So Mega Garchomp, I'll be on Smogon. You're right. So, it's not just like a breaker, like, physically. It's also just a great special attacker, as well as a great bulky Pokemon. Although it does get the nerf in speed, but it gets boosts in every other stat except for HP. Its attack stat 170 is just absolutely insane. Like, very little wants to switch into an Earthquake from this thing, because that attack stat is just nuts. And defense stats of 115 with an HP stat of 108 makes this thing really tanky. And to go with my Wish Passers, I believe Garchomp will be able to do a ton of work this season. Yeah, just based on the team that I have, Garchomp is a great Pokemon overall, and I feel like it's very underrated, Mega Garchomp especially. So we're going to see if I can actually get it to do as much work as I want to. So the next Pokemon we decided to pick is a nice defensive Pokemon that I really don't use a lot, but I see it used, like, all the time, and that is Blastoise. You can also see it right there. But yeah, Blastoise is it's a nice RU spinner, as well as defensive bulky water. Going with my Wish Passers, obviously, it's really like solid overall. Blastoise does have, of course, very solid defensive stats. It can also run some, like, really, like, how do I say it? It's like really, like, hidden, like, I don't know, it's like surprise sets, like Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, or whatever you want to run on it. But yeah, Blastoise, it's a pretty straightforward Pokemon. I forgot to mention that Garchomp also gets Stealth Rocks, which is another benefit for it on my team. I have a lot of Stealth Rockers so far, and I really like it. But yeah, Blastoise, going to help me deal with those fire types that might want to just nuke my Ferrothorn or my Clefable, and even Garchomp might not take them on as well. So Blastoise, that's the purpose of it on the team, as well as Rapid Spin. I think it was a solid pick for my team, so yeah, that's why we got it. The next Pokemon we decided to get was Trigonal. Now, I felt like this thing might have been a little bit mistiered. However, I did really want this thing for my team. Trigonal is a very underrated offensive Pokemon. I believe it has base 105 speed. I'm actually going to check that right now, but even if it doesn't, it has a very high speed. Yeah, it does have base 105 speed, as well as 135 special defense and 95 special attack. So that special attack is something to be desired. However, this thing is a rapid spinner. It gets moves like Ice Beam and Freeze Dry, which are very solid on it, as well as Recover. And that's the main reason I drafted it. I wanted something that could just, like, kind of like chip down at Pokemon, break them a little bit. Not too much, obviously. But yeah, it's a solid Pokemon, and I feel like on my team it could do quite a bit of work, just depending on the matchup, obviously. But yeah, that's Corrigan for you. Next Pokemon I decided to pick is Blaziken. Of course, I can't run Speed Boost on my Blaziken because that's pretty broken. But Blaziken is a very underrated offensive threat. This is my second. Sorry, I just, like, lost my voice for a sec. Alright, it's back. Okay, so Blaziken's a very underrated offensive threat, mainly because it only has base 80, 80 speed, which, you know, it means it's not sped by a lot of Pokemon, but base 120 attack and 110 special attack mean it can be a very good breaker with the rest of my team. The main idea of this team is to put a lot of breakers and then like have ones like circuitry, if it's like Scarfed or Crobat, to like kind of clean up more in the end, which is great. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with this team. So I hope that that all works out for me. Blaziken is a very, very good Pokemon, although underrated. And with the Z moves, it'll be able to just be that much better. Because like Fire and Fighting is great coverage, and then I can run like Grassium Z Solar Beam for stuff like Bulky Waters. I can run Electrium Z for other Bulky Waters as well. I can just run Fire or Fightinium Z if I want to. This thing also gets moves like Agility, gets some pretty good, priority in Vacuum Wave. Not great priority, but it's good enough. So yeah, that's going to be Blaziken on my team. So the next Pokemon I picked is another return from last season. We got the Smeargle. So Smeargle, it's really high risk, but pretty good reward. Not high reward, but yeah, pretty good reward. So that's why I picked it in a late NU tier. I didn't know what else I wanted for my team, so I decided to pick up Webs because I felt like it would go well with the Blaziken and the Garchomp and the Circuitry and whatnot. So yeah, that's the idea of Smeargle on this team. Of course, it is pretty passive, but getting any move in the game is also very nice. Spore, Stealth Rocks, just whatever else it wants to run. So yeah, that's Smeargle. I'll probably see if I can like run some cool sets with this thing this season, but if I don't, like it's whatever, I guess. The next Pokemon I decided to pick was Behem. Now, I don't know. These last two picks, I just didn't know what else to pick, really. So I picked an offensive special attacker in Behem, and this thing is actually very, very strong. I believe it's like, I'm actually going to check right now. Regardless of if it has a lot, like, it does have a lot of special attack and very little speed, but that very little speed actually helps it a lot, because it does have the ability Analytic. Yeah, this thing has 125 special attack, and Analytic means that when it hits last, it just does so much more damage, which is also pretty great. So that's the idea of Behem on the team, just like something to, I don't know, support the rest. It's also like a Trick Roomer, if I want to run like Trick Room Mega Garchomp, which, you know, it's not great, but it's not terrible either, I guess. So yeah, that's the idea of Behem on the team. We'll see what we can do with it. And the last Pokemon I got for my team was the, it's not there, right? We gotta go all the way back. Yeah, it's Crustle. So Crustle it's like, the reason I drafted it was because I just wanted more support for my team. I wanted a rock type, I guess. I don't know. I just drafted it because it was fun. Nice Shell Smash Sweeper, if you can get it off. It would be really funny if I could sweep someone with Crustle at some point in the season. Stealth Rock and Spikes, so it helps out Ferrothorn not having to be pressured into stacking. But yeah, Crustle it's not great, but, you know, it could be worse, I guess. So yeah, that's the idea of this whole team. Anyways, so that's going to be our draft analysis. I'll be getting my battles up soon. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you when we start battles. Peace.